Now we're going to go into a couple of topics relating to creating shapes with MaxScript. I'm not going to go into them in any depth, but I'm going to point you in the direction of some resources that you can use if you want to go into them. And the first one is creating a line. So let's just start by creating a line here. Here's what we get. And this mostly consists of something called a matrix 3. This whole part here is really one parameter, and the value of it is this matrix 3. So let's copy this. Control C. Bring it down here with Control V. I'm going to go back up here and delete this. So our line is now deleted up there. Click down here again and hit the Enter key on the number pad. So it does create a line, but you can't really see the line there. If I hit the Move tool here, you can definitely see that there's something there. But even if I minimize this, you really aren't seeing a line. Let me go down here, Alt-W. There's no line to be seen there. I'm going to hit H. So there is a line object, but we really weren't successful in creating a line. So I'm just going to delete that now. So the approach that we've been using to learn how to create things with MaxScript doesn't seem to work with lines. So let's take a look at the help file. So we have a lot of properties here, but if you look at them, none of them really have to do with creating a line. They determine the properties of a line that you create, but there's nowhere that you can define the points of the line, which is the essential aspect of defining a line. But down here it says that the line shape is equivalent to the spline shape. All the properties and methods associated with spline shape are also valid on the line shape, and these properties and methods are described in the spline shape help file. So this is the first time we're encountering methods. And methods are functions. We'll be getting into functions in another movie. But a function is basically an action. So let's go over to the spline shape help file. Again, we have lots and lots of properties. And then we get to the methods. So this is really the heart of actually creating the line. You have things like set first spline, add new spline, set first knot. A knot is a vertex. So as you can see, it's quite a complex interface for creating lines. And I'm not going to go into this anymore now, but there is a tutorial having to do with drawing a freehand spline. So if you're interested, you might want to wait till you have a little more MaxScript in hand, and then you can go back and look at this. And Matrix 3 is also beyond the scope of this tutorial, but if you're interested in that, of course, check out the MaxScript help on it. And in addition, take a look at the forums on the cgsociety.org. There's a thread that started on December 24th, 2005. And there are a couple of good things here. Bobo makes a good contribution. Ken Turner has an excellent and very easy to understand explanation of Matrix 3. And Paul Neal submits a model that visually illustrates in Max how matrix 3 works, and that's very useful as well. Okay, so that's as far as I'm going to go into lines and matrix 3.